Mr. Sudhanshu Mittal, that you take the support from is the NCP, which you called the naturally corrupt party less than a month ago.
Rajdeep, let's understand, when it is a minority government, and if it's a fractured mandate, what are the options?
So for a fractured mandate in a minority government, when you have made corruption your main plank in the election, you have absolutely no problem, Sudhanshu Mittal, to take the support of a party you called a naturally corrupt party.
You have to understand, we have not taken any support. Are they part of the government?
Come on, Mr. Sudhanshu Mittal, this is, as I said, half girlfriend. You want to have a relationship with the NCP, but you don't want the world to know about it.
Rajdeep, what is the proposition? Is the proposition that we should go back to the government, to the elections? If that is the proposition, I don't think BJP would have a problem.
No, I am saying you tie up with the Shiv Sena.
When you raise
you tie up with the Shiv Sena. What was the need to go with the NCP?
The moment you tie up with Shiv Sena, you would say, look, Shiv Sena called names to the father of Mr. Narendra Modi while we fought elections. It's been acrimonious, and we've all fought against each other. We've not been allies of each other. Naturally, we've all talked against each other to win the support of people.
Right.
Now, the issue is there is a fractured mandate. Now, we have not asked for a fractured mandate. There is a fractured mandate. In that case, situation, there are just two options. One, to run a minority government. The other is to go back to polls.
Okay.
Now, you tell me what should be done.
I'm only raising whether this is all very unholy. You're hearing that CR case one.
No, that's very unfair. Before you call it unholy, you have to understand this is the situation. Tell us what should be done. Either you are propounding that go back to the people, go back for a
No, I'm saying be open. I am saying, Sudhanshu Mittal, be open about your deal with the NCP. Don't do this in behind closed doors. Have a division. Tell the voters of Maharashtra that you have taken NCP support. The problem is the BJP doesn't want to do that openly. That is where the unholy nexus is.
It is as simple. This is a minority government. I'll finish it. This is a minority government which will last till the day. It can last. The day NCP or the day anybody, all of them join hands to say this government should not be there and we should go in for elections, we go in for elections.
Right.
Till such time the opposition does not decide that they want to go in for elections, we'll run the government.
You know,
it will be unholy the day we are compromising on the principle of governance. We are saying if there are corruption charges, we'll investigate corruption charges. We will do all what is required for governance.
I've heard you, Sudhanshu. You're saying that you are working to a matter of principle, Richard Keswan, in a way, that all of this could have been settled by having a proper vote. Constitutional propriety demands a minority government has a proper vote. You do not force a voice vote. This leaves the impression that you did not want the world to know what deal you were having with the NCP. That's the big question that is being raised today.
The issue boils down to whether there was a voice vote or it should have been a proper vote. Is that the issue? Because then whether it's NCP or anything else becomes irrelevant. If that is the issue, let's go by the parliamentary procedures. I mean, I'm sure Mr. Keswan and everybody is well versed about voting being through voice vote or otherwise.
I am asking the people of Maharashtra want to know, is the BJP keen on NCP support or not? I just want a straight answer. Why are you doing this in hiding?
There is no hiding. We are running a minority government and we have made it amply clear that we are running a minority government. This government will last till the day it's not voted out.
Okay.
The day it is voted out, it will not be there. Okay. As simple as that. And if the mandate of the polity would be to go back to elections, we'll go back to elections.
Okay.
So till the time we are running a minority government, we are running it by the procedures that should be followed. Here in this case, Mr. Keswan, if he was so confident that we did not have the number, his speaker should not have withdrawn from the contest.
Let me leave it at that. Sudhanshu, let me leave it at that.
I'm amazed Mr. Keswan is taking the high body ground and telling us
now let's leave it at that. Now let's leave it. You've had your say, as have had the others. Let me take a break at this point because I think we've got some clarity from all our guests. That's why we tried to expand it to find out what exactly was the case. My take, where do we stand? Appreciate my guests joining us on our top talking point. For the BJP senior leader and former Chhattisgarh Chief Minister Sudhanshu Mittal, respond to that. Remember, here are people, innocent people go to a sterilization camp and find what? That there are faulty medical procedures, equipment that has been used is rusted, and simply because they are poor people, no one really takes the kind of precaution that would be taken in a top hospital. Should Raman Singh, a doctor, take the responsibility? Should the health minister, who comes from the very district where the health camp took place, take responsibility? Can they escape responsibility? Can Raman Singh and the health minister escape responsibility?
Rajiv, what has happened is terribly, terribly sad. It is shocking. And no nation or no administration should ever permit this kind of a thing. So there cannot be any justification of what has happened in Chhattisgarh. The death of innocent women in such a gross manner is heartrending. You know, it shakes your conscience. So
please answer my question.
There can't be a
it shakes all our conscience.
Yeah.
I want to know, does it shake the conscience of your chief minister and the health minister enough for them to offer at least to resign?
Now, when things happen in an administration, what is critical is how is the political leadership responding to wrongdoings. If the political leadership is defined to public sensibility and is trying to shield and is trying to cover up and not take remedial actions, then certainly the political leadership will be in the dock. Look at the case here. The political leadership has responded with absolute sincerity, including that of the Prime Minister, who has taken this issue very, very seriously.
No, the issue is you suspend doctors, you end up suspending doctors, you transfer a few officers.
Not only you suspend, not only you suspend, you transfer, and then you institute criminal action against people responsible, because what has happened is criminal negligence.
Okay, you're
so
accepting.
there's no whitewashing of the criminality.
So you're saying
and
yes, I take your point.
One more thing, lastly,
yes.
Lastly, before apportioning blames, what you must look at is, has the political leadership a role in decision making on these issues or not? If there is a role of the political leadership in what has happened, certainly they should be hauled up. But if there is not a role, Mr. Jogi wants to take a high moral ground, let him do it, because the
hold on, Sudhanshu.
And all that, Mr. Jogi,
Sudhanshu,
if I get into your history,
let Mr.
then
Jogi
probably
respond to
you have nowhere to
Fine. Okay. You claim you would have resigned.
In the first place would not have occurred if I was.
No, that's another question. That's another issue. You are saying you would have resigned. You're citing Lal Bahadur Shastri, Madhav Rao Scindia, who resigned after rail and air crashes. You want to respond to that moral responsibility, Sudhanshu Mittal? That's my final question. Should there be moral responsibility or not?
I'm so happy that he's talking about morality. In his own regime as chief minister, when the opposition holds a rally and the treasurer of the party which is holding the rally is shot dead, Ajit Jogi did not resign. When he stifled the entire cable network in Chhattisgarh, he did not resign. And mind you, Mr. Jogi, lastly, when all the accidents, just 1 minute. Sir, I let you speak, let me speak. Yes. When all the accidents took place in railways during the regime of Mr. Manmohan Singh, you never raised the issue of anybody.
Mr. Jogi, one by one,
let's not be hypocritical about what you're talking. The issue is, if there is an administrative failure, the administration must be held accountable. The administration must be punished for their misdeeds and negligence.
Can we, Mr. Jogi,
for no rhyme reason, because you have no sense of morality, sir.
In Bagbaihara.
Okay, I'm going to,
sir, you don't talk about morality, because you all know about your political morality. You kill your opponents.
No, hold on. Sudhanshu Mittal, let's not make personal. I have to ask my director to switch off the mic. You cannot make personal allegations here. No, let's not accuse each other of who is murdered, political rivals and otherwise.
Yeah.
But I just want to know. I just want to know from you, Mr. Jogi, now. Forget the politics for a moment. What is going to happen to ensure that this never happens again in Chhattisgarh? Now tell me purely as forget you're a congressman for a moment. Tell me as a dispassionate person who has been in politics and administration for 30, 40 years, what will ensure that something like this never happens again? Is it simply the resignation of a chief minister, or is there something else that could be done?
I couldn't hear you. There is some technical problem.
I want to know, if possible, Mr. Jogi, what do you believe, the one thing that you believe can happen to ensure this never happens again in Chhattisgarh? What is that one thing?
I think if moral responsibility is taken, the whole administration will be alive to its responsibility, and people will not repeat such acts and such acts which are not pardonable by any standard.
Okay. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to leave it at that point, Ajit Jogi.
Rajiv, can I have the last word?
Yes, last word, 10 seconds.
See, yeah, the government must look at every procedure which is being followed or every practice, and ensure that proper systems are put in place so that such things are never repeated. Okay. It is shocking. It dismisses everybody, and all responsible must be held guilty.
Let's leave it at that. But somewhere the buck is going to have to stop with someone. Does it stop only with the doctors who've been suspended? Yes. Does it go to the health minister in whose constituency this has happened? Or does it go to the chief minister who himself is a medical professional? That's the question that the Chhattisgarh administration must answer, because what has happened is criminal negligence. Sudhanshu Mittal, Ajit Jogi, appreciate your joining us on our Face Off on the News Today at 9.